Hello in cryptocurrency land. Welcome to the Extreme Stream. Extreme Stream with real crypto. Crypto mining, hello. Dunk Edwards, hello, how are you? Alright guys, Silver, hey buddy. John, hello. Hey guys, how you doing today? Any interesting crypto things going on? Not too bad. So yeah, if you guys caught my last video, it's been a couple of days. I did talk about a potential head and shoulders in Bitcoin here. Looks like that so far has happened. At least we have the right shoulder. We'll see if we end up going lower from here. But we do have, yeah, we do kind of have our right shoulder in place right at about the 6,000 level. This kind of makes logical chart sense. And we'll have to see what happens as we get down towards this neckline somewhere, but hopefully we can pop up if you guys need to get out. I don't know if you need to get out, but like I said, you just need to be aware of the options and potential pitfalls in the market. And this is just a chart that's setting up that happens to be a topping pattern. So, all right, Vertcoin. Where you go, Vertcoin? Vertcoin, there we go. So Vertcoin doing pretty good, really setting up a W pattern here. You had kind of a breakout point here at 382 you could have bought it on, had a nice pullback. Actually, the breakout point technically would have been down here at 368. But yeah, looking pretty good. I mean, this has been one of the coins that has been just running on its own, and yeah, it's just running on its own. So yeah, very good coin right here, very good coin. RLC and Stratus are interesting. I haven't looked at Stratus in a little bit. It pulled back quite significantly. Here we go. Oh yeah, handling out very nicely here at this point. Yeah, very nicely. Good double bottom here in Stratus. Let me see here. Yep, very good volume spikes on the right side of the chart. This is a very nice bottoming bar. Very nice bottoming bar on the break of this little trend line here. You can probably get rid of that now. Okay. Yeah, so pretty good. Also have a kind of a cup with handle forming here. There's your cup. There's your handle. So that's not too bad. But yeah, overall, I think Stratus is looking really good here. If this thing can break above this 85,000 Satoshi level, this could be a leader going forward. You know, these are two very good. Very good suggestion, Stratus. And you know, sorry guys, I hurt my wrist, so I hurt my right wrist, so I'm using the mouse with my left hand, and it's really messing with a lot of things. Me having to concentrate on what to do with my left hand. So I apologize if I seem a little slow, a little flighty. Vertcoin, yeah, Vertcoin, Stratus, two very good coins in this market right now. Probably two of the best acting coins in the market right now. Another thing I thought that was interesting is Zcash has a pretty good little run going on here. Doesn't look like much right now. Kind of had a little flag pattern here that I noticed. Kind of a little flag pattern, and it broke out of it, doing pretty good, testing these old highs up here. So hopefully this can break out. But this is looking interesting, just interesting. For some reason, this pattern caught my eye. I can't. I'll tell you why. Is probably because it looks exactly like a triangle. So not a lot of volume here, but just something interesting to notice. We are having a few coins that are actually putting in some good action. So better than a couple of weeks ago when everything was just tanking on us. Pay, let's look at Pay. All right, where'd you go, Pay? There it is. Okay, yeah, so Pay kind of had a nice little pop-up here off of a double bottom pattern. That has since failed. We double topped up here and came in. Now we're consolidating lower. Volume isn't very good over here. Overall not looking very bullish right here. Just generally not super bullish. Lisk. Lisk was looking interesting. I haven't looked at it yesterday or even today. So I did like this nice pop on volume. I think I called this out in one of my videos. I think I did call this pop out, but we've pulled back in here quite significantly, a lot further than is healthy. This is not a healthy pullback. This is just another failed breakout, something similar to this, unfortunately. But you know, in time, hopefully Lisk will. We do have a bottom here at the 450 level. Maybe you guys are looking at Lisk Bitcoin. Okay, so that's kind of a weird inverted head and shoulders. It's not really a valid one though. You can't draw a trend line. Man, I can't draw anything with my left-handed mouse. I'm not left-handed. Let's see if I can do this. Yeah, see, a trend line like this isn't very valid. It's going to be really hard for it to break it. Then by the time it breaks this trend line, it's already well extended. So this may end up being resistance if it does prove to go higher on the Bitcoin chart. But yeah, some interesting action here. I would just consider this from the right side of this chart. This would be kind of a double bottom. And if we get a bottom here, then we just have a retest of these lows, which is actually a very good retest considering it doesn't come down and touch it. So ARDR to pull up a bit. Dan, how you doing, buddy? How you doing? We just looked at Strat Avatar. Strat's looking pretty good, putting in a handle right here. We're going to take a look at Dan's GRS. Grossel coin? What is that? What's Grossel coin? Is it like Transylvania or something? Oh yeah, very spiky. So very spiky coin. So I don't mind spiky coins. They're not too bad, but you never buy in the first spike up. You always wait for consolidation. This one has yet to consolidate, at least on my 4-hour chart. Let me go to the 2-hour chart. So one little consolidation bar there. So you kind of had a buy point at the 17 level. Kind of had a buy point here at the 17 level if you would have even saw this pop. I can't, because you know, by the time we see a lot of these altcoins, we only pay attention if they're up, you know, 20+%. I find it difficult to find anything that as it's breaking out, especially something like Grossel coin, right? Like, how would you find this? I mean, it's kind of a interesting coin. But yeah, not bad. So all these spiky coins, all these coins that spike up, when you take the top of the spikes here, like at this 28 cent level, that's when you get really interested. Now, not on the spikes, but on some kind of a consolidation, like Vertcoin. Vertcoin was one of those spiky coins. Here we go. Where's Vertcoin? Vertcoin is kind of like a reformed spiky coin. I know that's a very technical chart pattern behavior type of talk right there. But see these large spikes in Vertcoin, these big spikes. So once they start getting broken to the upside significantly, come on. And then you see these kinds of higher bottoms forming. This is where I think it would get interesting. And then right there would be just like a really good place. Just a really good place to buy something like this. But you know, keep them on your radar. It's hard to buy the spiky coins like as they're spiking up because they all pull right back. And this is just institutions taking big pops every once in a while. Just taking a position in it for whatever reason. Monero. Let's take a look at Monero. Down 3% today. Probably not looking very good. Yeah, still floundering around in this channel. Just really living at these lows. I'm not liking this action down here. It's pointing lower. Anytime something points lower, that typically means it's going to go lower. You also have a trend line. Yeah, I'm just going to do this. There we go. Got a trend line right here that it recently broke to the downside, so that is not compelling action. None of that's really compelling. I would avoid Monero right now. if you want it for a very long-term hold, I'm not mad if you buy lows if you understand your strategy, but from a trading perspective, trying to make money in the short to intermediate term, it's not going to produce any results for you. Okay, would you wait to buy Bitcoin for long term, or just go ahead right now with 50% of your cash around 57.50? That's such a tough question. I'll be honest with you, man. That's such a hard question. Bitcoin is one of those assets, right? This is the thing about Bitcoin. It's going to go up and continue going up until it's going to have a big crash. Okay, and that's the battle you have to fight. Is it going to go up here, or basically all you have to do is ask yourself, is it going to crash here? Especially if you're gonna hold for the long term, right? That's really the question. So, and that's the question you have to answer for yourself. Buying up here, I don't think is a. See, it's really weird. We have a head and shoulders here. I mean, it's fully formed now. It hasn't broken out. Now we're in this gray area where, if it breaks up above and curls up, then yeah, you can go ahead and take that longer term position, I feel. But if it breaks down past this 5,600 level, that's going to be really hard to say if you're going to hold that long term. That's a hard call, man. That's such a hard call, and it's really so individual. Like, I don't know your risk tolerance. I'm not really comfortable asking that for you, to be honest with you. Just not comfortable answering that question. But all I can say is we got a head and shoulders here. We're at all-time highs. We're still up here over 6,000, which is phenomenal. So that's very good. We do have this rising wedge formation. There's a couple things at play here, but we're still kind of in blue skies. So, the signs are pointing forward. There's a nice pattern here that's kind of pointing us downward. Not that doesn't have to happen though. Doesn't have to happen. Okay. Wouldn't mind looking at IOP. I wouldn't mind looking at IOP. Let's look at some IOP. IOP prior winner, prior coin of fortune, and now it's not. Yeah. This had a huge run. I mean, we actually all kind of watched this run. I participated in a couple pops here and there. Didn't get near what I could have out of it. But, I mean, this thing had just a spectacular run. It's going to take time to consolidate that. These things generally don't pull right back up. They generally don't go straight up. They may curve out a little bit. But then they get a little choppy, and then it gets harder to trade. So IOP is going to be an interesting one. If it's one of the ones you like, it does have a nice little flag pattern going on right now. But you got to wait for that to break out. The problem is that eventually this thing is just going to sell off of any pop, basically. Any pop that it gets, it's going to sell off it. It's had that pattern so far. So nice W pattern here, though. Nice W pattern here. Kind of a double bottom. Nice shakeout. Good volume on the upside. I do like that. Volume declining here, and a pretty nice pullback. This is fairly orderly. So if you want to take it for a trade over the break of this trend line, I'm not super mad at you for that. ARC or Steam, IOTA, Litecoin. ARC, Steam, IOTA, Litecoin. Let's go. Oh, I guess I'm way down in my thing. Okay. Steam's first. Very trendless. Very trendless coin. Just chopping around. Just looks like white noise on some kind of scientific instrument right there. If you take it, if you look at all this data, it just looks like noise. I mean, that's not something you're interested in trading. If you have a longer term position, look, I understand if you like Steam, I understand that, but that's not a trading coin. ARC. Still kind of like white noise, just kind of like the other chart. Just chopping around, not doing a whole lot. Yeah, we had this nice spike in volume, but that turned out to do nothing. We came all the way back down here. So, just a noisy coin right now. Just a noisy coin. IOTA. That's Litecoin. Well, someone mentioned Litecoin. Litecoin has a nice little channel, kind of a little flag thing forming here. Not a traditional pattern. It's not coming out of a breakout level, so. But yeah, maybe if you can get above that trend line, you're good for a trade. As these coins break these trend lines, like here's a nice trend line break. right? There's a trend line break. There could be a trend line break. That could be in for a nice pop. I mean, Litecoin is kind of known for these nice pops. You know what I mean? Also higher lows here, which is really nice, indicating that they're not really selling Litecoin. There's some accumulation happening, which is good, but they're just letting it drift down, then they buy it up. Let it drift down, buy it up. That's all that's happening here. IOTA. That's weird looking. That's auto? Oh, my chart's broken. All right, there we go. Okay, so IOTA was the chart of the day a couple live streams ago. Over here, just blasting through this channel, this trend line, or yeah, this trend line. I'm sorry, not a channel, a trend line. Blasted through it, really good volume, pullback, came all the way back and tested the trend line. Not even the breakout point. It failed the breakout point, but it tested the trend line. That's interesting. And now we're going higher. So I'm not too mad at IOTA right here because of that action and testing this trend line. That's not bad action. That's not bad. That's not bad. Waiting for some volume to come in. Does look like it could do a head and shoulders here with a double head, which would actually give us a pretty. So go from 35 to 50. So that's what, 15 cents. So add 15 cents to 50, and you're at 65 cents. So 43 to 65 is a potential trade if this is indeed an inverted head and shoulders pattern. That's pretty good. It's like a 50% increase. That's not bad. Haas, what's up, buddy? A scientific device, that's right. All right, guys, only 5 more minutes on the live stream today. I got to make this one a short one. Doing a big Halloween party tomorrow. Got a lot of things to do around the house, but I do know you guys like to ask some questions, so I figure why not? I got a little bit of time, so I'll spend it with you guys. And yeah, if you guys didn't know, NASDAQ up 3% today. Man, crazy. I know you guys aren't a lot of stock fans, but I mean, my screen just has so much green on it right now. There's a little bit of red down here, but just so much green, it's ridiculous. I mean, insane. Stock market's going gangbusters. So yeah, let's just look through a few of these. Like we talked about Bitcoin, head and shoulders happening here. You know, will it play out? Will it not play out? Pretty much anyone's guess at this moment in time. We're right in the middle of this pattern too, in this shoulder. We're just right in the middle here. Could go up, could go down. Hard to say. But you know, look at this. Look at this. This neckline here. Look at this neckline. Look at this wedge line. You know, if it fails both of these at the same time, that could be in for a little bit of hurt. Obviously, getting down to 46 would be a little bit of hurt. So if that does happen, what percentage do we get down from these all-time highs? So I was doing a little bit of charting actually about a week or two ago. That's about 25% little pullback in Bitcoin. That would actually be a pretty healthy pullback to proceed higher. That would be really nice, 4,600. That would be pretty good. We already looked at Grosso coin, Ramon. It's a spiky coin. It already had it spiked to the upside, so wait for consolidation and then some kind of pattern to break out of. But it just spiked up and it's already come down. So okay, Potcoin. Take a look at Potcoin. A few minutes left here. Really nice volume here. I do like that volume. It did pull back quite significantly from its breakout here, but I do like that volume. It's very good volume. I would keep an eye on this. There's some accumulation there happening for sure. Yeah, so I would say maybe a break over this high here, a break of this high would be pretty good for long. That'd be pretty good for long. Maybe it comes down and makes another high. Then so any of these highs, when you get a higher high somewhere, that could be a place for entry. So this could chop around, come down here, come up here, and then top out at this level, then come back down again, and then top out here, then come down again. So you could take any of those tops and you can make a buy point out of it. That's kind of how that works. So overall, really good volume. I do like the volume signature. I wish it would have held a little bit higher. I wish the bottom of this would be kind of where the price is now, kind of holding these 2 points and even this level right here. So if we can stay above that level, that's going to be bullish. And then if you can break out of this level here, that could be your buy point. So not too bad. PLS, hey buddy, how you doing? Long time no see. How's ETH doing? Man, I don't know. Just trendless and lethargic. It's just lethargic. It just can't do anything. It's got, yeah, I don't know. We're in the middle of this big wedge. When I look at the chart right here, I get all distraught. But then when I look at this wedge, I'm like, oh yeah, we're in a wedge. So, or a symmetrical triangle. It's not really a wedge. We're in a symmetrical triangle here. So, and it started to play out. I mean, since the bottom here, we're about 50% way through this pattern in terms of it being resolved. It's just patience at this point in time, I think, with Ethereum. This thing's almost impossible to trade right now. I mean, every pop's been faded. I don't know what the hell's going on with this thing, but you know, this is the thing about coins like Ethereum, leading coins. Never forget about these coins, guys. Never. This could do nothing and flatline forever. Guess what that means? That no one is selling Ethereum, and then one day some big ass rich motherfucker is going to want to buy it, and it's just going to explode up. So never take your eye off of coins like this, especially the quiet ones, the ones that just go sideways. I mean, you know, Ethereum's such a leader that, you know, it's just awesome. So, all right, guys, it's about 1 o'clock over here, Arizona time. Sorry to cut this one short. Like I said, I got a lot of planning to do for the Halloween party. Yeah, so that's about it. I'm going to call it a day. Looks like not too many people joining us today, anywho. So, but thank you for the questions. I will see you guys later. I'll try to do a video if we get something to talk about. There's really not a lot going on. A few things that we talked about: Stratus, we talked about Zcash, we talked about. You guys talked about a couple of good ones that were running. Vertcoin. You guys have been all over this one, so good job for you guys. I appreciate you being here, and I will see you next time. Have a great Halloween. Have a good weekend.